I have really missed all of you, and it's great to be with you again today. Today we are going to talk all about itinerary changes, what's coming up, what you can do to prepare, and what I think you really need to know when you see the itinerary on your cruise change. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Tuesday. It is January 21st of 2025. I have really missed you all. It has been 6 days since I have been here with you, and you just leave such a hole in my world when we're not together. So thanks for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please hit that subscribe button? And if you appreciate my updates, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're new around here, I promise my voice will improve. I think it's really important that we all know what itinerary changes have recently been released by Princess. The most coming up the soonest I have noticed and am made aware of from so many of you. The first one is April 12th of 2025, and the furthest out that I have is in September of 2026. And the reason that this is so important is I love that the cruise lines are announcing the itinerary changes in time, that if they are deal breakers for you, if you have booked a cruise to go to certain ports, you have time to cancel your cruise and choose another one that will hopefully be able to go to those ports. And I've got some thoughts for you on that. So let me go through the ones that I've got right now. Before we get started, I want to add that as a travel agent, sometimes I receive the itinerary changes, which I quickly let my guests know about those itinerary changes, but sometimes I don't receive them for other people's cruises, and sometimes I don't receive them for the cruises that Gordon and I have booked as well. So I'm not quite sure where the glitch is with their notification system. But if you have got a cruise booked, make sure you keep an eye on your spam, as well as your email, as well as social media for updates. So the very first notification I've got is for the April 12th sailing of the Sun Princess, April 12th, 2025. So they are no longer going to call in Kotor, Montenegro. They are going to be calling in Bar, Montenegro. One thing I love about this itinerary is they are still going to be going to Santorini. Now, based on what I am hearing, I'm going to actually be surprised with, I have heard just, reading things and hearing things. It doesn't seem like the Sun Princess is going to make it to Kotor. I have no idea if that has to do with the size of the ship or, I don't know why, but so many itineraries have had Kotor taken off the itinerary for the Sun Princess. So I'll talk to you about ports in just a minute. Next up, we have the Majestic Princess, who is sailing some of those amazing itineraries in 2025. They are no longer going to be calling in Cyprus, and instead that was supposed to be on May 14th. Now they are going to be calling in Kuşadası, Turkey. And they're also having to rearrange a little bit. They're going to be calling in Rhodes on Tuesday, May 13th, rather than May 15th, and in Crete and Hania on May 15th, rather than on May 16th. So this is a really big deal if you have private tours booked. Just the rearranging of port days might seem like, well, who cares? But if you've got private tours booked, it's really important to make those changes. Next up, the July 29th sailing 2025 of the Sun is not going to be calling in Genoa, Italy there on Sunday, August 3rd, and instead will be calling in Malaga, Spain on Tuesday the 5th. They're now going to have to rearrange their dates there in Marseille. They will be there on Sunday, August 3rd, rather than on Monday the 4th, and they are tweaking the times that you are going to be in the port there in Gibraltar. So once again, that is super important when it comes to private tours. Then the August 23rd sailing of 2025 of the Sun Princess from Athens, they are not going to be able to call in Santorini or Kotor. They will be calling in Bar, Montenegro, and in Crete in the port of Hania instead of going to Santorini. Like I said, I love that you've got time to make changes, and I have a few ideas. Maybe we'll talk them over a little bit more when I have a bit more of a voice on maybe how to get an itinerary and a ship that's really going going to go to where you think it might be going. I know that is sticky, but I've got some ideas. And then also we've got July 9th on the Sun Princess. That one is going to be not able to call it Kotor or Santorini, once again replaced with Bar and Crete. And then finally, that's September 12th, 2026. They are no longer going to call in Kotor. They'll be calling in Bar, but they are still going to go to Santorini. And so, like I said, kind of look ahead and really keep your ear to the ground when it comes to itinerary changes, especially if you booked a cruise that you really want to go to certain ports. And these itineraries really stand out because often the Mediterranean is a bucket list cruise. You pay so much money to get there. It's expensive to go. It takes a block of time. And so if you really have your eye on a certain port, it's a really big deal to try to get to go to that port. So keep your eye with what's going on. We'll be talking about some changes that are going on there in the Mediterranean moving forward that might be impacting certainly these changes. And so I was hoping that what we could do is in the comments, you could share if you have any itinerary changes. Gordon and I also have a Facebook group. It's called Let's Go Travel Tips. Post your itinerary changes there, put your ship, your sail date, and what the changes are, because then together we can all stay up to date on what's going on and hopefully be able to have the cruise of our dreams. So thanks so much for joining me here today. I'll see you here again tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more of my voice back. And until then, I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.